And we are live. It's another great day with Cribl TV. So glad to have everyone here. We're going to have another fun Thursday demo with Nikhil, the man, the mastermind behind Cribl AI. Nikhil, how are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you, Ed, for having me on Cribl TV.
Yeah, this is awesome. I really love your demos. It's been great to watch, and it helps explain what Cribl's doing with AI. I mean, especially I like the focus on making AI actually just useful. It's not just some marketing nonsense. And so I think anything that we can do to help users get quicker, faster value from their data and their tools, we just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, 100%. And just to give a little summary here, Cribl AI is a suite of features. It's not one feature. We have features all across our product suite. So we have features in Cribl Stream, Cribl Search, which is the stuff that I'm going to show you today. And all these features have been built with the human operator in mind. So we have human in the loop natively in our AI products. And it's a copilot, right? So it's there to help you. It's there to sort of like take the grunt work and the guesswork out of sort of configuring your observability pipelines. And it's really there to like accelerate you as a productivity enhancer.
So what does that mean when you say human in the loop?
Yeah, so human in the loop means the AI is not going to do operations unknown to you automatically on the system, right? It's going to propose things to you, and then you can sort of like choose to create a pipeline from what it proposed, or create a dashboard, or create a visualization. Really think about any operations where you're transforming your data, or sort of like making a change to your data, or things that are going to be proposed by Copilot, and then it's up to you as the human operator of the product to accept it or dismiss it.
I think that's a key differentiator. I think especially in this space, can't afford to have some unknown thing out there messing with your data.
That's exactly right.
All right, so what do you got today? What do you want to show off?
Yeah, cool. So today I'm going to show how we can use Copilot in the context of Cribl Search and Cribl Lakehouse to visualize your data and look at your data. So what I have here is I have a set of web access logs that are being generated by a little deployment that I have running on Vercel, which is a hosting provider. And what we do is Vercel is pushing those logs into Cribl Stream. So this is our Stream product here. And let's quickly take a look at what those logs look like, right? So this is live data coming in. You're like typical, access logs. There's like some HTTP GET method here, the GET method there. It seems like it's sort of in a JSON format. And I set up a pipeline that is pushing those logs into Cribl Lake. So I'm going to show you how I visualize those logs, and then later at the end of it, if we have time, I'm happy to sort of set up this connection again, so we can set up a different Cribl Lake and set up a pipeline and sort of like see how Copilot helps you transform those logs in a way that fits the format that Lake expects.
So,
Does that
so
sound good?
do you have to use Cribl Lake, or can you also use object storage as your destination too?
Oh, you can use object storage as well. I just went with Cribl Lake because it was so easy and it was kind of just right there, so I clicked on it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you could totally
easy to
send it
integrate.
into S3.
Yeah, the idea is just what are all the different backends that Cribl Search can search, and so that way we just always want to give our users flexibility.
Exactly, exactly.
Very
So
cool.
these logs are being processed by the Vercel Lake logs pipeline, and they are being written into Lake. So if you look at these logs, you saw how the logs over here were
Awesome.
awful is a good word. And then the logs that are going, this pipeline that I help create using Copilot with a single prompt, sort of unrolls these logs and evals all these separate fields, so they're a lot more searchable and parsable
That's awesome. You
for
go from
people.
messy to nicely formatted.
That's right. And if you have time at the end of this, I would love to show how I set up that pipeline as well. But anyway, right now the point is to look at this data that's already in Cribl Lake. So let's go over to the search product. So I'm going to click on search here, and this is the data set that it's going to get into. So there's so many different things that I want to show you here today, Ed. So I'm just going to sort of try to show them one by one.
Sure.
The thing that I'm the most excited about is right when you hover on this bar, there's a little visualize call to action that pops up. and clicking on it pops open this drawer that allows you at a glance to just look at what sort of stuff is going on in your logs. Now this may take a little time because this is a live Cribl organization, and my team is also running searches on it, so some of our searches may get queued, but looks like it's back. So
Really cool.
Yeah, sorry, do you have a question?
No, that's really cool. I mean, I really like how you execute, go into the Copilot option, and it starts giving you options. Especially I think visualizations are good for someone who doesn't quite know what they want to do with their data.
That's right. Yeah, and it really helps me, like whenever I come in and there's like a new data set or like a new data, like I just log into a search set of a product. The first thing I want to do is just like get an overview of the data that's in this data set, right? So what is this data even, right? Like what is Vercel logs lake? Oh, looks like it's, request count by log level. Okay, so cool. Like it's mostly infos, and there's like maybe a little bit of wording or maybe marginal. So okay, the system seems healthy is like the first inference I can draw from this. Request count by API endpoint. So looks like these are API logs. The first one is middleware. The second one is styles. So looks like it's fetching CSS. The Cribl Copilot client is fetching CSS. It's fetching JavaScript. It's recording consent from some of our users. So all kinds of things, right? So these are all this is the distribution of paths that the web service is serving based on Vercel.
What teal bars at the top?
Oh, these ones? Oh, I'm gonna get into that.
Oh, nice.
In just a moment. Yeah, that's sort of like it allows you to fine tune and steer the sort of the Copilot. And out here you see the different execution regions that we have going on. So this is probably the Washington D.C. Data center that Vercel has, is the San Francisco one, etc., which kind of gives me a glimpse into where our users are located. So the IAD users are probably coming in from the East Coast. So yeah, this is a way to steer the output of your AI agent here, which is by giving you like, oh, cool, customize with Copilot. So like, let me click on regional traffic analysis, and then that will give me information based on the different region that's coming in, right? So you have again like more regions mapped by requests. There's a little donut chart, and then this one kind of like looks like a different view. So if I'm partial to a column chart versus a row chart, I can sort of like add those to my dashboard. What's really cool about this is you can also just customize this prompt right here and continue steering it. So regional traffic analysis for
what I love about this though is you don't have to know how to use Cribl Search. By using this, you can start getting value from it without knowing anything. You don't even need to know KQL.
You don't need to know KQL. It abstracts KQL away, and it in a way that you can still access it. So let me actually so I can sort of ask it to do certain things, and it'll do that for you as well. But if I just had to like click on one of the pre-selected options, oops, maybe I clicked too fast on it. Okay, it's producing the ones for middleware.
Right.
So I think this is scoped down by middleware. So if I go into open in search, what this will do is it'll open that panel in search, and it'll give you the KQL right here. And you can then sort of, if you're a power user, if you already know how to use KQL, you can just go here and you can tackle it from here. So you can sort of come in here as an entry point, and then you can click on open in search, and then come over here.
Pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, I'm like, this just makes sort of like that data exploration so much easier when you don't know the shape of your data, or if you sort of like don't know, if you're still coming up to speed on that. So this is a really good segue to go into what's all this over here. Follow-up queries. That's great. Cool. So error rate by path. So this is Copilot suggesting some more queries that you can run sort of like based off of this query that's on the screen here and based on these results over here. We also have this little toggle here, which is explain queries, which is also something pretty philosophically relevant to how we have developed Cribl AI, which is we have made it explainable. So this is called explainable AI, where we try to break down what's happening and sort of like create as much transparency as possible instead of abstracting way too much things or way too many things away from you and just doing things automatically for you.
Yeah, I really like this, and especially And I've seen it before how you can use this to create dashboards with panels, and I think that's the hardest thing. So many users, when they go to look at their data, they really don't understand this, and have something at least to give them a start to try to break it down, I think is invaluable.
Right, exactly. And again, right, there's lots of optionality built in. If you, for some reason, want to turn this feature off, you can just turn it off and it'll go away. And if you want to turn it on, it's right here, and it's looks like it's generating this queries again for us. All right, so cool. Let's see. Top regions for requests, request count by region, and low traffic regions. So let me see which are our low traffic regions. So if I click on it, you'll see the KQL here automatically got replaced by a different query. And there are no regions where total requests is less than 100. Cool. So let's look at high traffic paths. Maybe it went wrong somewhere. Okay, let me sort of like go back here and show use this another feature here, which is show me high traffic paths from Vercel Logs Lake.
That's really neat. You just ask a question.
Yeah, and one thing you'll notice is like how fast this is, right? There is no endless spinning around. I mean, since this is powered by Lake, which you can see right here on this little indicator, it's sort of like instant when it comes back. Excuse me. All right, should we build some dashboards?
Yeah, absolutely. One question. So is Copilot in the user interface? Is it also in search packs?
Not yet. That's on the radar though. So if you're developing a pack or if you're consuming a pack, you should get access to Copilot in that interface, sort of like in the next couple of releases.
That's cool. Does Copilot help you extract fields in Cribl Search as well?
Tell me more. How do you
So,
mean?
so, for example, if you have a fairly unstructured log and you say, "Hey, I need this to be a field," that you can then write a regex. Will write a regex to pick that out and extract a field?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can do that. I mean, we can. So these logs are like pretty well structured here.
Yeah, these are nice looking. I'm thinking about some of the uglier ones that I see every day.
Yeah. So we have like the similar sort of like pattern that we have when it comes to Stream and how we use Copilot to extract fields from Stream. It's really recommended you do it on the Stream side, but you can totally do it over here as well. And I would use this particular natural language prompt box over here to extract particular fields from here.
All right.
All
So
right.
like you mentioned with dashboards.
Yeah, let's look at creating dashboards, which is another sort of like a surface area over here. So I'm going to go to dashboards. I'm going to create, click add new dashboard and say Vercel dashboard 1. Save it. And right here on top, you see a big blue button that allows you to add a visualization using Copilot. So I'm going to click on that. Or there's also, again, right, this is optionality. You can totally add things manually as well in here.
Yeah, let's use Copilot.
Let's use Copilot. I'm going to select the Vercel Logs Lake dataset. And then, again, similar to how we saw on the first drawer here, it's going to show us a couple of suggested visualizations here. So it's showing us API endpoints, execution region, all these sort of things. You can also just hit refresh, and then it'll generate more things for you. And again, I keep getting impressed by how fast it is to search your data from Lake.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I just like how easy it is, because that's such a. I've seen it so many times with searching tools that
Yeah.
it's hard to figure out. I see people carrying around lists of their queries that someone handed them because they don't really know what to do or how to do it. And so I think this is great. It just helps get people involved in their data.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and add this panel to my dashboard. And again, I have Copilot available over here. So if I click on it, it will continue offering me things. It'll continue offering me, steerability as well. So I can ask it for specific things, and it'll generate those for me. A panel about or that shows 500 status codes. 500 is a status code that web servers will throw when there's a server-side error And most developer teams are keen on sort of like monitoring for those sort of errors.
Nice.
And fortunately, there are no 500 errors that are happening over here, but I'm just going to add.
Oh, good. So you can still make a dashboard even if there's not returning data. Great.
Right. And you would expect that this is sort of like stays empty, hopefully, all the time. You can also change the data set, and you can, pull in something else. Like I want to see my Cribl internal logs over here just to make sure that my Cribl deployment is running. Or, it could be also something else, like you have a different data set that you're sending some other data into. And
So is Copilot watching efficiency? Is it already running optimized searches?
indeed, yeah. So the way Copilot runs is it takes your data, and it, again, so there is no, maybe I should do status
Yeah,
codes.
maybe do 200s.
Yeah. Yeah. So the way Copilot runs is, it takes a look at your data. It uses the latest reasoning models. It generates KQL, and then it uses our KQL parser to understand that the KQL is correct and optimal. And then if it's not, then it iterates on it just like how a person would, and then it will produce that KQL for you to just add to your dashboard. So these are the statuses from my Cribl internal logs. There are a few logs which don't have status messages, so probably from the backend side of things. And there are some ones that do, and there are some 301s. There's status code distribution over here, and a status codes overview. So I like this one, so I'm going to add this one.
Cool.
And then I'm going to save my dashboard, and that's how easy it was to create a dashboard from scratch without writing a single line of KQL.
Yeah, I love how just interactive it is as well. You get to see what you're doing before you build it. It's already going to be efficient, which is great because it's so easy when you're writing a dashboard with a bunch of panels to be inefficient.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's all steerable, and it's human in the loop. So you're ultimately the one who is selecting and sort of adding things to your
Very
dashboard
cool.
where it makes sense.
So tell me, so can you say over the next 3 to 6 months, can you tell me that any new features that you're going to introduce with Copilot?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. And one of the things that we want to add is just being able to talk with your data more. So, little prompt boxes like this. Imagine it's a more of a conversational interface where you can ask questions of your data, and it can create panels for you. It can answer those questions in line. It can, again, help you with the job that you're trying to get done as a busy IT admin. So, yeah, just improving on the sort of visualizations that we produce, and then layering a conversational interface where you can interactively talk with your data.
Nice. Anything else you think that's going to be a focus?
Um, and I would expect us to have a lot more integrations with Lakehouse, given that it's so fast, and just continuing to innovate on new and interesting ways for you to sort of become a powerful assistant for you to just explore your data, and then just helping you with the job that you want to get done. So there's a couple of very interesting things that are in the roadmap that I don't want to talk too much about, but I would love to demo them to you in the next month or two.
Sure, I will be ready when you are. This looks great. So anything else you want to show, or you think we're done for today?
I think we are done for today. I could talk about setting up, or sort of like the process of how I set up this pipeline on stream, or we could also do that on a different time.
Yeah,
At a
let's do
different
that
time.
at a different time. This is more about search today. Hey,
Perfect.
I appreciate your time. I can't wait to do this with you soon.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you for having me.
Take care. Talk to you soon.
All right. See you.